Well, hello and welcome to another game from the 1977 Red Sox replay. This is Eric from High Ground Gaming, and this is going to be game number 26. So the Red Sox just finished a series with the California Angels at Fenway, and now, I think it was at Fenway. Could be wrong on that one, but anyway, now they're headed to Oakland, so maybe it was in California now that I think of it. Anyway, it's been a few days since we recorded, well, probably at least a week since we recorded any of this. But anyway, so the Red Sox are currently 17-8 on the season. They're tied with the Orioles, who have already, I don't think they played today's game yet. But with the same, well, they're tied in first place, but different records. The Orioles are 16 percentage points ahead of the Red Sox. Cleveland's 2.5, as well as the Yankees. Oakland A's are currently in the basement at an 8-20, but they have their ace Vida Blue going today. So let's get the game underway. So hope everybody's doing well. Let's go to a new schedule game. Let's make sure that we do not play the play the game today like we did last time. Alright, so Reggie Cleveland at Vida Blue tonight, so let's play the rest of the games for the day. Doesn't look like Baltimore's playing today, so we can gain a half game on them. Alright, so let's start the game.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, let's play ball. Alright, so the Red Sox are visiting here Oakland, at Oakland Coliseum, I believe it is, the Coliseum. Vida Blue on the hill for the Oakland Athletics. He's currently got a 1-2 record. Oakland just 8-20 on the season. With a 5.14 ERA, 35 innings pitched, he's allowed 43 hits. 17 walks, 22 strikeouts, and has allowed 5 home runs. On the actual season, he was 14-19 with a 3.83 earned run average in 280 innings pitched. So the defense behind him is going to be Mitchell Page in left, Bill North in center, and Tony... Is that Tony Armas? Tony Armas in right. If you go on to be on the Red Sox in the 80s. In the infield, Wayne Gross, Mike Scott, I think, it's short. No, Rodney Scott, short. Of course, I would have to say their whole name. Marty Perez at second, and Dick Allen, the veteran, at first. Behind the plate is Manny Sanguillen. So a pretty average to below average defensive team. As you can see here, mostly below average. Yep, defensively, so that's thus attributing to their slow start also, I'm sure. So for the Red Sox here at Oakland Coliseum, it's a good night. Definitely a pitcher's ballpark, as you can see by the stats in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Just a 1 for 4 for singles, 1 to 8 for home runs. And doubles are 97, triples 95. So anything below 100 on doubles and triples is less than the league average. So the Red Sox lineup is going to be as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off, followed by Steve Dillard, getting the start again at second. Jim Rice, the DH, bats third, followed by the boomer George Scott, the first baseman cleanup. Kyle Yastrzemski, the captain, the left fielder, hitting fifth, followed by Carlton Fisk, behind the plate hitting sixth. The right fielder, Dwight Evans, bats seventh. Butch Hobson, the third baseman, hits eighth. And Coleman, the center fielder, getting another start. I don't think he didn't get too many starts, so he must have been called up for an injury there. Probably the Freddie Lynn thing. The ongoing Freddie Lynn thing. So anyway, Coleman will get the start in center tonight. All right, so that's your lineup for the Red Sox. Let's get the game underway. So Burleson comes in hitting .269 on the season with 4 runs batted in. Blue looks in for the sign from Sanguin. Here's the windup and the pitch. And a good start for the Red Sox. It's going to be a base hit to left past Scott. And the Red Sox have the lead man on. He'll be held on by Dick Allen. Steve Dillard, the second baseman, up now. Dillard comes in hitting .281 with 4 runs batted and 32 at-bats. Here's the pitch off the 3 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. They go to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So they do get the lead runner, and Dillard reaches on the fielder's choice. So it'll be of Jim Rice, who's off to a great start, hitting .337 with 9 homers, 25 runs batted in 104 at-bats. Dillard being held on by Allen. Let's check and see Dillard's running ability here. 4 stolen bases, 3 caught stealings. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, so Dillard trying to get a lead. Blue very good at a -2 hold rating. And Sanguin +2 behind the plate, so the Red Sox may run when given the opportunity, but not with Jim Rice's bat in Jim Rice's hands. So Blue looks in for the sign, looks for the runner, kicks and delivers. And it's going to be off the wheelhouse in the 2 column. And Rice is going to get a hold on. This is going to be close. North going back, up against the wall. And she's gone. Way gone. And the Red Sox have a 2-0 lead on the home run by Jim Ed Rice. So a good start for the Red Sox. That'll bring up George Scott now. He's got a .269 average on the season with 5 homers, 17 runs batted in. The pitch to the boomer. The lefty delivers. And he takes a call, 3rd strike. So 2 down now for the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He's rebounded after a slow start, hitting .290 on the season with 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch to Yaz. He's going to get underneath that one. Pops it up near the dugout. And looks like Allen falls into the dugout, but holds on. So that'll do it for the Red Sox, but Jim Rice gets the Red Sox on the board with a 2-run blast. It's Red Sox 2, Oakland coming up. So Cleveland with an early lead on the hill. Reggie Cleveland, record-wise, off to a good start, 4-0 on the season. 4.68 earned run average, 33 innings pitched. He's allowed 35 hits, 8 walks and 17 strikeouts, and has allowed 6 home runs. On the actual season, he was 11-8 with a 4.26 earned run average. So the Red Sox defense, left to right, is Yastrzemski in left. Coleman gains a start in center, once again, and Evans in right. Coleman below average range, so Yastrzemski and Evans will have to make up for that lack of range by covering more territory. The infield, Hobson, Burleson, Dillard, and Scott. still the only liability with a 4 rating. And Colin Fisk behind the plate. So the lineup for the Oakland Athletics: Bill North, the center fielder, leads it off, followed by Rodney Scott at short. Mitchell Page, the left fielder, hits third. Dick Allen will bat cleanup, the first baseman. Manny Sanguillen, the catcher, bats fifth. Wayne Gross, the third baseman, hits sixth. Williams, the DH, will bat seventh. Tony Armas in right field, the young Tony Armas in right field, will bat eighth. And Perez, the second baseman, bats ninth. So Cleveland looks in for the sign from Fisk. Nods his head, kicks and delivers to North. North comes in. We'll check in a second. 320 with 8 runs batted in. And he'll draw the walk. So leadoff runner on for Oakland. North is a threat to steal. Scott will hold him on. That'll bring up the other Scott, Rodney Scott, hitting 222 with 8 runs batted in. A lot of the Oakland hitters struggling on the season. That's their 8-20 record. Here's the windup in the pitch by Cleveland. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Ooh. Coleman does not have much range. And it's going to drop in there. Most other center fielders probably would have caught that one, but not Coleman with his 4 rating. 4 range. And that's going to be drop in for a base hit. North will round second. Let's see if he takes the extra base. He does. So that's going to put runners at the corners with nobody out. From Mitchell Page. Mitchell Page, one of the only Oakland Athletics having a good season, hitting 373 with 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. Cleveland looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And takes a call, third strike. So finally Cleveland records it out. So 1 down now for Dick Allen. Red Sox playing back in double play depth, hoping to get a ground ball here. Allen, the veteran, hitting just 228 with 2 homers, 17 runs batted in. Cleveland looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's going to be a fly ball to Yaz. Yaz, unlike Coleman, extremely good range at his advanced age. We'll get to it and make the catch. Very sure-handed is the captain. So let's see, North is going to tag. Yaz getting ready to throw, above average arm. And North will score on the sacrifice fly by Allen. And cuts the Red Sox lead in half now, 2-1. So that'll be a Manny Sanguillen hitting 255 on the season with a homer and 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. And it's going to get by Fisk. So the wild pitch will allow Scott to get the tying run to get in scoring position. Fisk got crossed up on that one. Goes out to talk to Cleveland, goes back behind the plate. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski is there, though. And he'll make the catch. And that will do it for the A's in the first. So the A's get 1, and it's 2-1 after 1. So, all right. So the Red Sox will send up Fisk, Evans, and Hobson. If anybody gets on, Coleman against Vida Blue here in the top of the second. Top of the second. So Fisk comes in hitting 379 on the season, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Fisk gets 1 in the wheelhouse. Drills that one to left center field. North and Page running after it. And that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Fisk is at second with a leadoff double. So that'll bring up Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans off to a good start in the season. Hitting 383 with 8 homers, 27 runs batted in. Also has 8 doubles. Here's the pitch to Evans. And it's going to be a wild pitch by Blue. So each pitcher now with a wild pitch. And Fisk will advance to third. There's nobody out now. Still. Evans back in the box. Here's the windup in the pitch by Blue. And that's going to be a ground ball to Perez. Fires to first. And the run Fisk will score on the ground out by Evans. So the Red Sox lead now back up to 2, 3-1. So Hobson up to the plate now. Hobson hitting .270 in the season. 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Hobson's down on strike. So 2 down now. That'll be up Coleman. Coleman 0 for 3 on the season. Was 0 for 12 on the actual season. So don't expect much out of him, but we'll let him hit away. And yep. We definitely want range checks off the pitcher card. And we do not get it, as Armas will make the catch for out number 3. But the Red Sox score another run, and it's 3-1 after 1.5. So it'll be Gross, Williams, and Armas up. Williams and Armas up for the Athletics. Trailing by 2 now. Gross comes in hitting .296 on the season, 10 homers, 24 runs batted in, among the league leaders in home runs. So Gross, and Page, 2 of the few A's that are hitting well this early on in the season. Cleveland looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Gross is going to get into one here. That's going to go over the head of Coleman. It's going to go to the wall. Gross rounds second, and he'll reach third. No, he won't, actually. So he rounds second, but decides to hold there. So a leadoff double for for Gross, over Coleman's head, and that brings up Williams, the DH today. He comes in hitting .238 with 2 homers, 11 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the first out of the second. So let's look at just a couple of games going on today. Chicago and Texas are scoreless. California and Kansas City are tied at 1. And Toronto all over Seattle 7-0 in the battle of expansion teams. So Armas up to the plate now. Armas hitting .222 with a homer and 7 runs batted in. Gross gets his lead. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Armas is going to get a hold on. And say goodbye to that one. That will tie the game at 3. So Cleveland surrenders a 2-run homer to Tony Armas. And the game's tied at 3. So Perez up to the plate now. In 30 at-bats, he's hitting an even .300 with 2 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's a liner to Hobson. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. So top of the order now. North up to the plate now. North walked his first time up. This time he lines a base hit up the middle, so North on for the second time today. Rodney Scott, 1 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a range check on Burleson. Burleson, an average range of 3. Gets to it. And throws to second to retire the side. But the Tony Armas 2-run homer ties the game at 3 after 2. So to bring up top of the order, Burleson. Burleson singled his first time up. This time he grounds to his counterpart. Scott up with it over to Allen for out number 1. So Dillard reached on the fielder's choice and scored on the Jim Rice 2-run bomb. Steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch. Range check on Perez. Perez average range. He'll get to it. And he has some difficulty with it. And Dillard will reach. As it gets through the wickets. So 1 out base runner. See if the Red Sox can make him pay. Rice 1 for 1 with a 2-run bomb. Blue looks in for the sign, looks at the runner, kicks and delivers to Rice. Fly ball to left, but this one will stay in the park. And Page is there and make the catch. As Dillard heads back to first. So 2 down now for the Boomer, George Strat-o for 1 on the day. And I guess we're going to steal. And he'll get in there. So Dillard with a stolen base. And I got to check here because I think I got the wrong team here. Yep. It's okay. No major decisions. Just that 1 stolen base opportunity. I was probably going to try sooner or later anyway. Alright, so Scott up to the plate now with 2 down. Dillard gets his, I believe, first stolen base of the season. Here's the pitch to Scott. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Scott over to Allen. And the error does not prove costly, so it remains 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Page 0 for 1 on the day up to the plate now. And he'll get one in the wheelhouse. And that one is going, and gone. So Mitchell Page with a solo home run. And Oakland has their first lead of the day, 4-3. So that'll bring up Dick Allen. Allen walked his first time up. Ground ball back to Cleveland. Cleveland average range. Gets to it. And he's going to boot it. So Cleveland not having a good day in the field and on the hill. And Allen reaches on the error. Still nobody out. Sanguian 0 for 1 up to the plate now. Cleveland looks in for the sign, looks at Allen. Allen not going anywhere, though. And it's going to be a range check on Coleman. Ooh. He'll get to it. And make the running catch for... Didn't look pretty, but... He'll make the catch for out number 1. As Allen heads back to first. No, actually he tags. I'm sorry. Yep. So, caught that one on the warning track. Allen went back to first and tagged and reaches second because he knew that Coleman looked like he got turned around there a bit, and was unable to make the throw into second. So, runner in scoring position now. 1 run already in on the solo homer by Page. Gross 1 for 1 with a double. Here's a windup in the pitch by Cleveland. Fly ball to center. This one shallower, and Coleman's there to make the catch. Allen stays put. So 2 down now. Williams 0 for 1. It's going to be a range check on Dillard. Ooh, he'll get to it. And make the throw over to Scott for out number 3. So Oakland finding their defensive liabilities on the Red Sox. Thankfully, it did not prove costly for the Red Sox, and it remains a 4-3 game. So Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Evans, when he gets on Hobson for the Red Sox. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 on the day. Lefty on lefty, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down and in. On the breaking ball. And Yaz is retired. Fisk doubled his first time up. That's a ground ball to Allen at first. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So Evans 0 for 1 with an RBI, sacrifice fly. Here's the windup in the pitch. Which I think it was a ground ball, not a sacrifice fly. And that's a base hit for Evans. So Evans reaches on the with a 2-out single. Evans being held on by Allen. I think we're going to try to steal. We might as well. We got one already. Let's see if we can get another. See if we can get the lead. So Evans is going to attempt to steal. And he's in there. So the Red Sox, not known for their base stealing, get their second stolen base of the day. So Hobson with a chance to tie the game here with a base hit. Here's the windup in the pitch. Gets underneath this one, though. Scott is there, and he'll make the catch on the outfield grass to end the inning. So, after 3.5, it remains Oakland 4, Boston 3. Armas homered his last time up. His only time up. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to fall in there in front of Coleman for a base hit. So Armas will reach. Held on by Scott. Perez 0 for 1. Looks like they're going with a hit and run here. Oh, and Dillard muffs it. And all runners will be safe. So Red Sox defense letting them down with their second error of the day. Oakland definitely finding the weak spots in the Boston armor. So North 1 for 1 with a run scored. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Red Sox playing back for 2. Drops the bunt. Fielded by Fisk over to first. And he'll get the job done on the wheel play. Alright, so 2 runners in scoring position. 1 down now for Rodney Scott. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the windup in the pitch. And called third strike for out number 2. A big out there for Cleveland, but he's not out of it yet, as I'll have to face Mitchell Page, is 1 for 2 with a solo home run, putting the A's on top 4-3. Actually, no. He did. He put the A's on top. So here's the pitch. And he'll get one in the wheelhouse. Thankfully, didn't quite get all of that one. Evans chasing it down on the warning track and makes the catch against the wall for out number 3. That definitely would have been at least 2 runs. But Evans will make the catch, and it remains a 4-3 game as we head to the top of the 5th. Coleman in the box. Here's the windup in the pitch. Pops it up. Perez is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Instead of being Burleson, 1 for 2 on the day. Top of the order. And Burleson hits it to the opposite field. Armas tracks it down. 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 5th. So Dillard 0 for 2 with a run scored. Let's see if he can atone for his error. And ground ball to third. Gross up with it. 5-3 on the putout. And the Red Sox go quietly in the 5th, so halfway through, Oakland leads by 1. So Dick Allen 0 for 1 with an RBI. Fly ball to left. Stremski's there, though. Makes the catch for out number 1. So that'll be Sanguian looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 2. That's going to be a ground ball to Dillard. And that's going to get through for a base hit. So 1 out base runner held on by Scott. Gross at the plate now, 1 for 2 with a double. Gets one he can handle. And does not miss that one down the right field line. Evans going back, and that is gone. 2-run home run for Gross. And Oakland hits their 3rd home run of the day. Now doubling up on the Red Sox, 6-3. And there is action in the Red Sox pen. Williams up to the plate now, 0 for 2 on the day. And that's a ground ball to third. Hobson scoops it up over to first for out number 2. It'll be up Armas, homered and singled. Oh boy, range check on Hobson now. Gets to it. Oh my God. And the Red Sox defense continues to struggle as Hobson boots it. And Armas will reach the 3rd Red Sox error. So Perez 0 for 2 up to the plate now. 2 runs already in. And Cleveland strikes him out swinging for out number 3. But Oakland tacks on 2. And now leads at 6-3. So Rice 1 for 2 up to the plate now. It'll be Rice, Scott, and Yastrzemski, heart of the order. If anybody gets on, Fisk. Pitch to Jim Ed. And that's a ground ball down the line to Gross. Hard grounder fielded. 5-3 on the putout for out number 1. So Scott looking for his first hit of the day. Won't get it as he'll ground out to his namesake, Scott. Rodney Scott. 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 6th. So Yastrzemski hitless on the day also. Red Sox just 4 hits off of Blue. Grounds it to second. Perez over to Allen. Once again, the Red Sox go 1, 2, 3. So after 5.5, Oakland 6 and Boston 3. I think that is going to be it for Cleveland. Let's see, who do we want to bring in? Switchy, lefty. I think Tom Murphy is going to come in. So Cleveland's day is done. Tom Murphy on the hill. Murphy with a 1-1 record with 1 save, 5.40 earned run average, 8 innings pitched, has allowed 12 hits, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, and has surrendered 1 home run. He'll face North, Scott, and Page, top of the order. North 1 for 1 with a run scored. Grounds this one to the rooster. Gets to it. Over to first for out number 1. So that'll bring up Rodney Scott, 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. And Scott would draw the 1-out walk. He'll be held on by Scott. Scott on Scott. Page 1 for 3 with a homer. And he's looking like he's going to run. Fisk uncorks the throw. And he's out. On a very questionable call, they say, but no instant replay back in 1977. So the Red Sox get the benefit there. And this 2 bases are empty now with 2 down. So Page back in the box. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Scott. Flips it to Murphy for out number 3. So no damage done. And it remains a 6-3 ball game as we head to the 7th. All right, Blue back on the hill for inning number 7. And Fisk up to the plate, 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch to Pudge. And he'll get a single, his second hit of the day. The leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Evans 1 for 2 with an RBI. Fisk gets his lead, being held on by Allen. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Evans will draw the walk, so that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So the Red Sox have something brewing here in the 7th. First and second, nobody out. Corners will be in on the grass for Hobson, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Hobson trying to tie the score with the one swing of the bat. Comes up empty and is 1 down. So the Red Sox are going to go to the bench here. Coleman has been called back. Boy. Oh, God. Why not? So Bob Montgomery is going to get a chance to pinch hit here for Coleman. So Monty up to the plate now. The last man to be grandfathered in to not have to wear a helmet. A little bit of trivia there. So Montgomery comes in, just 1 at bat, and is 1 for 1. Monty with a chance to make the score a little closer. Blue looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, ground ball to Scott. Over to second one, back to first. 6-4-3 double play, and just like that, the Red Sox rally goes by the wayside. So let's look at the trivia question. Who was the tallest player in MLB history? I know Randy Johnson is up there. I think there's a player that was on the Milwaukee Brewers. The pitcher, he was taller, but I can't think of his name. Alright, so lock in your answers if you have an idea who it is. Let's take a look. It was John Eric Rausch, a right-handed pitcher. Played from 2002 to 2013. I'm not sure if that was the guy I was thinking of. But anyway, it's Eric Rausch. I don't think so. But anyway, okay, we have a missing player at center field. So we're going to bring in, get some defense here from... Yeah, I guess Rick Miller defensively anyway. Alright, so Rick Miller comes in to play center. Rick Miller, an excellent defensive center field, and the Red Sox, well, all above average ranges of 1 in the outfield now. I'll leave Dillard in, I guess, for now. Alright, so Allen up to the plate now, 0 for 2 with an RBI. Murphy back out there for his second inning of work. Red Sox still trailing by 3. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it over to Scott for out number 1. So that'll bring up Sanguian. Sanguian 1 for 3 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to Hobson at third. He's got it. Long throw, and he's out. It's a nice play by Hobson. 2 quick outs in the home half of the 7th. Gross having himself a good day, 2 for 3 with a homer. Murphy looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Fly ball to center, and thankfully we can breathe a sigh of relief because we know Rick Miller's out there. He'll get to it. And handles it easily for out number 3, so this is what the Red Sox needed, a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 7th. So the attendance, pretty abysmal and pretty standard, gives an indication of how good the team was, and the Oakland Coliseum just never drew well. Attendance is only 10,064, and that's on a good night, too, weather-wise. All right, so the Red Sox, top of the order against Blue. Burleson 1 for 3. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fly ball to right. Armas tracks it down and makes the catch for out number 1. So time running out for the Red Sox. Down by 3. Dillard 0 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll ground to Scott at short for out number 2. Center bring of Rice. Rice 1 for 3 with a homer. And he'll strike out. So after 7.5, it remains 6-3 A's. So we get some scores there. Chicago over Texas 5-2. California leads Kansas City 6-5, and Toronto has increased the lead over Seattle now 8-0. All right, so Murphy back out there for inning number 3. Bottom third of the order, Williams, Armas, and Perez. Williams 0 for 3 on the day. And Williams will draw the walk. So it brings up Armas 2 for 3 with a homer. Williams takes a big lead. Murphy glances over his shoulder, keeping him close. Ooh. And Armas will get his third hit of the day. Going to the corner. Yaz digs it out. Williams rounds third, but he'll stay there with nobody out. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see. The Red Sox want to bring anybody in. Can they? Oops. Penn is pretty tired. No, I think they're going to stick with... Murphy. The California series tired out Red Sox relief pitching. So Murphy's in there. It's got to bear down now. I think we got to bring the infield in. We're going to bring the infield in. All right, infield's in. Perez 0 for 3 on the day. Murphy looks in for the sign, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. Draws the walk. That's going to load the bases from North. And once again, the Red Sox have to bring in the infield. Down by 3. So North 1 for 2 of the runs scored. Bases loaded. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski running in, getting ready to throw. Corks one to the plate. Goes wide. And Williams will score on the sacrifice fly. And it's now a 7-3 ball game. So Scott 1 for 3 with a walk. And that's going to get through. That's going to be a base hit. Yastrzemski fields it. Uncorks one. And Armas will score. So 2 runs in. Page 1 for 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dillard at second. to first. Well, 4-6-3 double play. And Oakland scores 2 more, and the Red Sox now trail by 5. So, Red Sox not managing much offense today off Vida Blue, who's on his game today. After letting up some runs early, has settled down and looked well. He's up to 112 pitches on the day. He's back out there trying to close it out. Scott 0 for 3 on the day. And make that 0 for 4 as he grounds out to his namesake for out number 1. So Yaz 0 for 3 on the day also. Wow. Ground ball to Allen at first. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So the Red Sox down to the last out. Fisk 2 for 3 with a double. Fans on their feet here in Oakland. Not much to cheer about this year, but looks like they're going to possibly beat the Red Sox today. And they will. As Fisk grounds out to Allen. And the A's beat the Red Sox easily by a score of 8-3. So Red Sox struggled offensively and defensively today. And pitching. All 3 facets of the game did not look good. Let's look at the box score. Definitely did not look like a first place team. And with that loss, they're now a half game out. So let's take a look at the box score. So Vida Blue, definitely player of the game, I would say. Pitches a complete game, allowing just 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts, starting just the 2-run bomb to Rice. Reggie Cleveland did not have good stuff today. Gets his first loss of the season, 4-1 now. Last 5 innings, allowing 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 4 and surrendered 3 home runs. Tom Murphy pitched 3 innings of relief, giving the rest of the bullpen a chance to rest, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, walking 3, did not strike out anybody. So for Oakland, the hitting stars for the A's. Wayne Gross was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs, including a home run. Tony Armas 3 for 4 with a pair of home runs, including a pair of runs, including a solo home run. I think Wayne and Mitchell Page with a solo home run also. Rodney Scott added 2 hits. For the Red Sox, the only bright spot was Jim Rice's home run in the top of the first, giving them a 2-0 lead, which was erased by the end of the second. So Rice 1 for 4 with that 2-run homer. So that home run was Rice's 10th of the season. Gross hit his 11th. Page is 5th and Armas is 2nd. So that is it pretty much as the Red Sox lose Game 1 of the series. We'll be back for Game 2 tomorrow. Here, if you'd like to read the rest of the box score there. And we'll take a look at the score sheet, which I don't usually follow. And we'll take a look at the box score if you like. There it is. Not really much to say if you're a Red Sox fan. So, alright. So, let's take a look at the stats now. So, after that, the Red Sox are now a half game behind Baltimore, 17-9. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you want to know when we upload content. And like the next series, game of the series here. So far the Red Sox are 17-9, like I said. They're still 3 games ahead of their actual record of 14-12 at this time. So we are improving. So we'll see if we can. They did lose this game in the actual season 2-1. So while it would have been nice to get it lost, they did lose this one in real life. All right, so thank you, and we'll see you in the next 1977 Red Sox replay using Strat-o-Matic Baseball. Take care and God bless. Bye for now.